Alrighty, hello and welcome. Yes, I am here, Jack. Sorry, I was running the intro. We're live from Bahrain for round 9 to 8. One of those.
Eight, I think. 8.
All right, great. So looks like Kirkbride's gonna be first on a flying lap here.
Yep, Bahrain, we got 37 laps tonight, a 3.3596 mile track with 15 corners, designed by Herman Tilke.
Well, there you go.
Indeed. Just a little FYI, Herman Tilke is one of 4 designers for F1 circuits, and he included a number of tracks, Sepang, Bahrain, Shanghai, Istanbul, and the new Circuit of America in 2012.
I see.
Very flat track here tonight, Jake, but there's some real technical corners here that these guys got to maneuver. I think it's going to be tough on tires, but not much in elevation changes.
Yeah. Well, they've got plenty of room to race too, so sometimes we see pretty great battles on tracks like that.
Yeah, these guys need a lot of space, though, Jake.
Yeah, they definitely do. If they're going to be going 3-4 wide, they're going to need all the space they can get.
Well, it seems like on these Thursday night GT series we've got going here at NAGP, if they have room for 3 wide, they're going to take it.
Yep. That seems to be the case.
Kirkbride laying down a 158.619. That's a pretty speedy lap.
It's going to be one of those qualifyings where somebody sets a fast lap and then the rest of the session will be these guys trying to beat that number right there.
That seems to be the way it's gone the last few weeks, Jake. Is you pointed that out last week that somebody goes out, sets a hot lap, and then everybody's just chasing that lap around.
Yeah, usually the first guy out, it's been Hefner or Kirkbride. These guys have been really consistent in qualifying, so yeah, they've. It's not always them, but they've done that a lot of times, been out in front and not had to worry about traffic and just gone for it right there at the start. Kirkbride's up 1/10 over his sector 1 time. It looks like Andrew Werner had him beat pretty significantly in sector 2, so we'll see how that goes in his next lap around. Kirkbride's going to come around and finish sector 2 soon. Wow, Kirkbride gonna improve if he can keep sector 3 together.
Yeah, he's got a great hot lap out there going. And a shout out to the boys watching the broadcast tonight. Welcome everybody to NAGP GT Thursday night paint swap.
Yeah, you got that right.
Wow, a real good one. Took almost 0.3 of a second off that, so a 158.460 for Kirkbride, and let everybody else chase him around.
Yeah, he's going to go back out again, of course, and maybe that's Werner nearly matches it.
Yeah, I was watching Werner in the practice a little while back there, and boy, he sure has developed a real love for this Corvette. He's done real well this season in that, and along with David Poole, I mean, the two of them are really doing well with this Corvette. And just another little shout out there. I want to say a little shout out to our sponsors: Evolve Talent Agency, Fog Studios, Snowden Studios, and Morrison Lee. So a little bit of honey there for the sponsors for Thursday Night Racing.
That's the spirit.
Oh, I'm full of it. I'll tell you right now. I'm full of it tonight. I'll tell you that right now.
A little something.
Well, you know, it was an action-packed week last week, and I'm looking for more of the same. But, you know, last week, boy, oh boy, you know, Hefner, Parsons, and Szabo, you know, poor old Szabo running out of fuel there. I bet you he is just about ready to fire his pit crew. But those guys are all, you know, in the hunt for drivers' points for the championship. And the way that transpired last week, boy, oh boy, it's really tight with Parsons got 89, Hefner's got 84, Szabo 77, Kirkbride 75, and Merys has got 73. But Parsons, Hefner, and Szabo there, that whole dynamic could have changed last week if Szabo hadn't have run out of fuel. And I'm going to throw it out there, if Parsons hadn't have been held up in the for a great portion, a third of the race there by another driver who was on a multi-stop race strategy. So could have been big changes there last week, but didn't happen.
Brad puts it on pole with a really tremendous Sector 3 time.
He was looking really, really sporty early in the practice as well.
Yeah, but he was down. He lost 2/10 to the Kirkbride in Sector 1, was still down those 2/10 after Sector 2, and then must have really nailed Sector 3 there and beat Kirkbride by 0.03, which is enough.
Yep, Brad in Snowden McLaren. So that's a snappy looking car, and just a little, you know, just to let you know, Jake, I did download the skin pack, so the cars are looking way better this week than they did last week.
Yeah, I bet. I forgot that you didn't have those.
Well, yeah, nobody pays attention to me anyway, and we're not supposed to. We're supposed to be paying attention to the drivers.
Yeah.
So Merys has got provisional pole. Well, but like by a hair, though. I mean, oh, geez. You know, that's like next to nothing. That's the thickness of the paint on the bumper there.
Called Szabo as he caught a curve wrong and made a mistake. That would really cost him in the race.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of at a disadvantage here. I didn't get a chance to drive this track this week, so I don't know what the curbing's like. I'm not even sure what the track temp is out there right now.
A lot of these guys are using a lot of curb, but I'm sure it's like most modern curbs in that there's a section of it that's usable and there's a section of it that's raised, where if you hit that, you're going to bounce off. So especially on the inside of some of these tighter corners, you see a pretty big bump there if you go too far on the curb.
Well, you know, tires is going to be a real issue this week. You know, we got a 28 Celsius air temperature and a 40 degrees Celsius track temp. So, boy, tires are going to heat up here in some of these long sweeping corners. So tire wear might be an issue.
Werner takes pole by 0.2. That was an extremely quick time. So yeah, I was wrong, Jack. That very first time put in did not quite hold up this time.
Well, that's good to see. You know, you know, Kirkbride laid down the gauntlet, and they're coming back and saying, "Hang on." You know, and again, Jake, you know, this Thursday night, I got to hand it to these guys here. We've got 10 cars within 0.7 of a second. You know, for the lead. So, I mean, very, very, very tight.
Right. John Ludd is getting held up by traffic. It's bad news for him. That's Sean Ricker, who's improved slightly on Andrew Warner's sector 1 time.
Yeah, along with Brad Merys has got another hot one going. He's just finished the first sector, though, so we'll have to see how it stands up.
Ricker's not really getting on the curbs, it looks like. Oh, there he goes on the inside. On the outside, everybody goes on the outside there. So spoke too soon. Messed up that one. Moses was looking fast in practice, but he's still in 11th.
Well, Chris did mention earlier on that obviously Brad Merys didn't like his time, so he's not even going across. But Chris Moses did mention he has been struggling with a couple issues. One is time, but the other one is his qualifying. He's just been struggling in qualifying.
Yep.
And you can take it from me, if you don't start up the front, it is tough. It is really tough. I mean, I never have, but I can tell you, it's real tough being at the back.
Yeah.
Szabo got a good first sector going.
Yeah, he does. But he's got traffic coming up, and he's spinning off.
Whoa,
Wow.
and boom, snap.
Big bang.
Well, got lots of time. Got time for 2 or maybe 3 more tries. Hey, Cupper, good to see you up in the broadcast here. Yeah, a good remark by Gup Douglas there in the chat room. We got like a 4-mile or a 3.5-mile long track, and everybody's all bunched up together. I guess they don't have the track map up and can't see, where the other cars are in relation to themselves. But it is a good idea to see and try and give yourself some room to get a good run.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That does seem a little silly. Parsons looks like he's getting a clean lap in. Jeremy Bryant behind him, I believe.
Absolutamente. That is Jeremy Bryant up and behind Aaron Parsons.
Parsons not a bad guy to follow in qualifying if you want to figure out what the fastest line is.
Hey, if you can keep up to him, he'd be a great guy to follow.
Jeremy's keeping
the
his
thunder
sight.
From down under.
What he can do here.
Whoa. He pulled it off without putting in the final little bit, and that was Brad Merys did that as well in his final little lap. What are these guys doing out there? I guess he didn't like his last sector. He could see his times. A lot of these guys are putting in their PBs, which is great to see. Personal bests and lap times going around the track here. That's an indication that these guys are working the cars to the limits.
Yeah. And keep seeing times improve, a 10th here and a 10th there. So clearly, this track's got some presenting some challenge to these guys. They've got opportunities for speed, more time, and I think this is going to be a really interesting race just based on the variety of pace we've seen in qualifying.
So, Szabo out trying again. Got a good first sector going. Let's see if he can keep it all together.
if he spins off again. You know, a lot of these guys seems like they're on a really free turning setup.
Well, I hope Peter Szabo has fired the Canadian Tire fuel guys and got himself a decent fuel crew assembled for this week's race. Boy, not a very good third sector there, but it looks like he's got enough fuel to go out for another one.
Yeah.
Cobus de VA coming around. He may improve here. He does. He picked up a spot. And it looks like Ian Jolcor is playing substitute pilot for... Who's he playing pilot for tonight? Would that be Salem's car, Junior's car?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so we got substitute Ian Jolly Balls in for the Junior.
Be right back, Jack. I'm leaving you on board with Ian as he's going to come around and start his flying lap.
Absolutely. We're on board with Ian Jolcor in the Audi. All right, you guys out in the chat room there. It's no wonder. See, you guys use all... Well, Gup, you got the right name in there. You know, I got his close name. Jake's got his name in there. All you guys use these pseudonyms out there. We don't know who the heck you are, but we will do our best as we chat back and forth here during the evening. Just a little FYI here. Yeah, I guess you come back here, eh? So I sort of ran down the driver standings there, but the team standings... Podium hunters, Kirkbride and Hefner out in front with 159. PMR, Parsons and Moses with 148. Turbo Nerds, Szabo and Merys at 132. And gotta go, Alan Brad at 109. So that's your team standings.
Yeah. I should write those down before the race.
Why? I just told them to.
So I can, well, yeah, I didn't write it down just now either.
Everybody's got them. They heard me. We're done with that. Move on. Let's move on. Get to the racing.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm only kidding you there, brother. All right. So, provisionally, we got Brad Merys in first, Warner in second, Kirkbride in third, Parsons in fourth, and Poole in fifth. So, Warner and Poole doing a great job up there.
Yeah, right. It seems like we've finally gotten to a track that's quite good for the Corvette and the McLaren, apparently. Where is Al? That's Al in 10th, so.
Yeah. Top 10 to start. Way to go, Al.
Yeah, well, it's really interesting to see these guys. Wow, look at that. He almost gets into the 157s there. Wouldn't that be something? So, Kirkbride right now, the first person out, the first one to put in a pretty quick lap. I wouldn't have been surprised to see him in pole, but he's 4.5 tenths back. That's a pretty big deficit.
Yeah, a bit of time to make up there. A bit of time to make up. And
Really
I
good
wasn't looking
sector
at the practice splits, but he's looking pretty speedy right now on this lap here.
That looks.
That cost him.
He's given up on it. He can go out now, and he's still got time, but done.
Well, they got 2 minutes. He'll get one more in. He should get one more in here if he can get around with lickety split.
Yeah. Will go to fourth. He hops up one.
Now, just to let you know, Kirkbride's carrying 10 kilo. Parsons has got 30 kilo, and Parsons is sitting in fifth right now. So that's a bit of baggage to be carrying around there, 30K, and top 5 in qualifying.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot that Parsons had that weight. You're absolutely right. It makes it even more interesting that he's so much faster than his teammate.
Well, it is Parsons. But interesting one here is Peter Szabo is carrying 50K.
Wow, that's
That's like monster. That's that's like having a co-pilot in the seat beside you. But he's still got a decent goal here. He may move up a spot or two.
It's a hit on the team points for Turbo Nerds. David Maros is not going to be here today, I don't think. I was looking for him on the board and realized he's not connected. So.
Yikes!
That's not good.
Wow. No, that's not good at all. Did he get a sub in?
I don't think so. Nobody's in his car. But it looks like a lot of guys didn't get a sub in, so.
Yeah, we're missing a half a dozen drivers, maybe.
Jolicor is the only guy who subs regularly. We didn't have many guys that were really looking to drive pretty frequently.
Yeah, and not just that, he's willing to drive just about any car.
Yeah, well,
which is nuts to me. I mean, that's just insanity. I mean, the nice thing about Thursday nights is you change cars every year, but this guy changes cars every race.
Yeah.
Kenny Hot Rodriguez is in the house. Kenny, how are you there, buddy? Great to have you along here, Ken. Come on, Ken, you miss it, don't you? You miss being up here in the booth, don't you? Go on, you can post up. Come on.
Interested to see
Attaboy.
Kirkbride can get that.
Kirkbride on a hot one.
Yeah.
Szabo on a hot one. If he can get a good last sector in here, Szabo might just improve a little bit.
Kirkbride loops it. So he will start third. Ludden could jump up here if he really nails Sector 3, but I don't think he'll beat Kirkbride's time. Szabo's struggling with the weight, as he should be.
Well, he just drove it into the guardrail, so I hope he's got a good pit crew back there because we're in overtime right now.
Oh, it's already
fixed.
That
car
so.
fixed, Peter.
That's fantastic.
Oh man,
those guys.
I gotta ask you guys a question. I'm gonna ask it here, just in case anybody else wants to know the answer. If I take the game pit mechanics, and shut them off and activate the old David Zahn pit app, will it still David Zahn pit app override and work?
Yes, it should. Because it brings back the old UI.
Sir.
You just go at the I9
Thank
file.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pooched me in the Monday night not last week, the week before, and turned me right off.
Good. That's never good.
So, what do we got there? Look at that.
Look at that.
Brad Merys held up.
That was a quick time by Brad. I mean, no 157, but I guess it's all right. Isn't this just trying?
All right, Kenny's posting up like crazy there. He's just typing away like a madman in the chat room. Well, Kenny, you know what? PM me there, brother. We got to get you up in the booth one evening and join us up here. So I want to run them down, Jake?
Yeah, as we just switched to the grid here, we're in a good spot. Let me see if I find. There we go. We'll look at the cars like that. That's a good idea. We got Brad Merys in front. Great run by him. Andrew Werner starting P2. So good, looking good for the vets. Kevin Kirkbride got up to third now that he's down to 10 kilograms of ballast. David Poole behind his teammate in fourth. Aaron Parsons in fifth with 30 kilograms in that Porsche. So I don't know what he must be. He's hiding something from Moses, seems like. Jesse Olsen in sixth in the first Ferrari we're seeing here. And then we've got John Ludden, fastest Audi in qualifying. Sean Ricker right behind his teammate in eighth place. Peter Szabo starting ninth with that 50 kilograms of success ballast in the Huracan. And Al Merriman will start 10th from the McLaren.
Zach Hefner's in 11th in the Glickenhaus. Chris Moses in 12th in the 911. Ian Joliker in the R8 in 13th. Dan Thorpe in 14th in another Corvette. Jeremy Bryant in 15th in the Ferrari. David Zahn in another Glickenhaus in 16th. Cobus de Villiers in 17th. Johnny McIntyre in 18th. And Bjorn Heyman in 19th. Iggy Shorty in 20th.
We got Sam Rolfe 21st, Trevor Snowden 22nd, Jonathan Cuppett in 23rd, Sergio Calderon in 24th, Omar Gomez will start 25th, and that's all the drivers we've got today.
Yeah, and I'm Jack Ivey, and your host is Jake Feemster.
We got 5 minutes to go now.
All right. Okay. Interesting there. I was showing Werner on the softs, but he's back on the mediums. Everybody. Oh, wait a minute. Iggy Shorty is on softs, unless he's waiting until he activates. But Iggy Shorty is showing softs at 40 degrees Celsius track temp. Youch, a scorcher.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's going to run softs on purpose. In fact, No, he hasn't switched. Yeah, we'll see about that. 37 laps, so we're expecting, I guess, the usual. We'll run 18 or 19 laps and stop, and then run 18 or 19 laps. So, pretty standard.
Yeah, the only penalties last week was Kirkbride. He picked up his 10 kilos. With a little bit of an exchange with Jesse Olsen at the chicane. Olsen lost 3 spots, and he gave Kirkbride 10 kilo. Interesting, though, there was 6 at-faults last week. David Merys had 2, and John Ludden had 2. So a little about bumping and grinding. That was exciting last week, though.
Yeah, it was, but actually every conversation I saw after that race was very polite, and guys apologizing, and there was really no drama. And after a couple of the incidents, I was concerned because it did look like it wasn't going to be easy to pin blame, but no, it seemed like guys were fully aware of what happened. It felt like most of the things that happened were racing incidents. They were probably right. So, yeah, hard racing, but no hard feelings, and we'll hope for the same this week.
Absolutely. That's what NAGP is all about here. Great competitive racing. You want to race with us? We race on Mondays and Thursday nights. Got some great open wheel action Monday nights. Lots of space over there. If you guys want to join us, get in touch with the admins, grab your wheel, and push the pedal. So we got a minute and a bit before the race there, boys. Just want to throw this out to you, Jake. What would you think about a Can-Am race?
Oh, that
we
would
take
be fun.
all the Canadian drivers and put an equal number of American drivers and have an afternoon of short races, Canadians versus the Americans. And we're going to take any of the colonies as well. So we're going to take Aaron Parsons on the Canadian because he's almost Canadian. I mean, Australians are pretty much Canadian anyway. Yeah.
Not the opposite side of the world.
Yeah,
or anything.
No. We're all part of the colony there.
Okay, Jack. I like how you just bundled
fun?
up Parsons, Samar, Jolicoeur, and put them on your team.
Sean Ricker, Peter Szabo.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Well, no, don't get me wrong. I'm going to broadcast this thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
4 short races, back to back, 4 short races. Total points wins the championship. No driver championship, just team. Here we go.
All righty. Waiting for my car to disappear here. Boom, click, click. There we go. Okay, looks like a great start by Brad. Good start by, is that Ludden? I think that's Ludden. Yep, on the outside.
They are 3 wide. Christ, there's 4 wide. Oh, excuse my language. 4 wide into the first corner. Holy jumping.
Kirkbride.
Oh, my goodness.
Bumped there.
Snowden, Zahn, bumping. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. What's going on back there?
They're 4 wide going down the main street. It's just bizarre.
Oh, man.
Kirkbride all the way to the back.
Yep. So we got McLaren, Corvette. Great start by Werner and Poole. And John Ludden, who's moved up to 4th already.
Boy, oh boy, you know what? This is starting to look like old, I mean like 6-7-year-old NAGP. You know, got Brad Merys out in front, Werner in 2nd, Poole in 3rd, Ludden in 4th, so Parsons in 6th, Olsen in 5th. But poor old Kirkbride, I'm just...
it's out of Hefner. Still side by side. Just made that pass work.
Yeah, he's using part of the sand dunes out there, and yeah. Yeah, poor old, Captain Kirk's got his work cut out for him tonight. He's picking up a couple of spots here in this corner up to 23rd now, but got a lot of guys to get by.
Yeah, he really does. Inside of Sergio he goes. Make that pass, no problems. Come up on the back of a few guys now. Oh, that's David Zahn turned around. Oh, and there's nope, Omar Gomez having trouble there. All right. For battles right now, we've got
quite a battle going on between from P9 to P13 out here right now.
Yeah. More Brad Merys has stayed up front. Andrew Werner stayed P2, excuse me. David Poole moved up to 3rd on the first corner pretty much, and then has stayed there. John Ludden's in 4th, Jesse Olsen's in 5th. Parsons is in 6th place. Sean Rickards in 7th. Chris Moses is in 8th. Zach Hefner 9th. That's Al Merriman's hanging on to 10th spot. I believe that's where he started. Ian Jolicoeur in 11th. Peter Szabo is in 12th. Jeremy Bryant's in 13th. Dan Thorpe's in 14th. Cobus he's in 15th. John McIntyre is in 16th. Sam Rolf's in 17th. Ethan Shorty is in 18th. Jordan Heyman is in 19th. Kevin Kirkbride has worked his way up to 20th, past Trevor Snowden, who's in 21st. Jonathan Cuppett must have had a problem, he's back in 22nd. And then Sergio Calderon's in 23rd, ahead of David Zahn, who spun it and is in the back, 24th. Looks like Omar Gomez has already retired.
It's too bad, Omar. It's pretty early, so must have had some serious damage there.
That's what I did Monday. Didn't make it a lap. Made it further than me.
No, I think my racing days are coming to an end here. As far as racing goes, and as long as you guys put up with my crap up here in the broadcast booth, I might be able to hang on to this job for a little longer, but I don't know how much more longer you guys will put up with me. Anyhow, got some great racing. Where are you, Jake?
Keep an eye on that battle for 9th place. I think up at the front, these gaps are pretty stable, although we'll keep an eye on the battle for 1.
I'll keep an eye on that for you.
Okay. But yeah, back here, Moses Hefner, Al Merriman, and Ian Jolicoeur are kind of stacked up.
Yeah, some good battling going on there, and there's also some good battling going on. I'm going to say that, from like 8 all the way back to 17, there is some really good battles going on early in the race. We are only 3 of 37. Peter Szabo has left.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, I didn't catch what was going on there.
No, he'll lose some of that weight. That'll be good, but maybe...
No, that's terrible. That's terrible. I mean, he was right up there in points, for drivers. He was only, 18 or 19 points back, and for the team as well. They weren't that far back in team points, so that's going to hurt team-wise.
Yeah, well, both those guys out, so yeah. Not good.
Yeah, Jesse Olsen and Ludden. John Ludden just made a big mistake there, and Jesse Olsen looks like he's getting ready to pounce, but in the catbird position is the Thunder from Down Under. Oh, geez, Jesse taking a real aggressive defensive position.
Parsons looking to
and
take
Parsons
advantage.
sees that gap.
Not quite.
Well, we saw in race trim last week, Aaron really had that Porsche set up for a race a lot better than it did in qualifying. So not going to surprise me to see him push for a podium position here.
Now look a little further back. Jolicoeur appears to be closing the gap to Al, although not exactly.
Kirkbride looking to make a move on the inside of Sam Rolfe. Gets that one done. Sam being the gentleman he always is. Giving lots of room to some quicker drivers. Lesson to be learned there.
Yeah. Kirkbride with a really clean car so far. Looks like he hasn't had any trouble getting by. We've seen Kirkbride get sent to the back before and got involved in some incidents as he tried to work his way forward. So this is looking much better for him. He's already in the points. He's certainly faster than a lot of these guys ahead of him. He's only 20 seconds back from Brad. So Not the worst spot in the race. He's got Kirk right in right now.
Well, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got a great race going on there. Hasn't changed, but they're tightening up there.
Right, makes his way past John McIntyre. Up to Cobus. On that battle for fourth between John Ludden and Jesse Olsen. And Parsons, of course.
Well, Parsons looks like a sandwich in between some purple Ferraris there.
Yep. Jolicoeur. Quicker than Al into that.
Yeah, that's another close battle there. As Al's trying to get up on Zach's tailpipe.
Does not look like Ian's been able to take advantage of the draft at all, but does have a little more entry speed in some of these corners. We'll see about that. Back up here to battle for fourth. Chris Moses looks like he's going to try to make his way around Rickard. Looks like Parsons.
And Rickard pushes it wide, opens the door.
Yep. Still ahead, though.
Opens the door, but steps on the throttle, so it's a bit of a drag race there. Classic duel, Porsche Ferrari.
Yeah, no kidding. Rickard's going to hang on to the outside. Nicely done. Very nicely done there by Sean Rickard.
Pushes. Whoa,
a little bump there.
Oh boy.
Wow, still on the outside. Oh, looks like
I guess they like this
the over-under
action.
Chris is on the inside, and no, it looks like Chris has got that spot.
Great battle going on there. Oh, look who snuck up behind him. Half on the inside of Sean Rickard now. I guess he saw that and said, me too, give me some of that action.
Oh, look at that, Al Merriman gets it wrong.
Right behind him, Jolicoeur. Who was that? Was that Thorpe?
No, it's Al.
Al Merriman gets it all wrong.
Goodness.
He's going to lose the spot to Kirkbride as Al makes a fairly safe joint.
Kirkbride up to 12th now. Making his way through here.
Yeah, it's not a very good drive so far for Captain Kirk. You know, he's only picked up 12 positions or 13 positions in 6 laps.
Yeah.
Jeez, give me a break.
Yeah, he's quick. Hefner's still not able to get around Sean Rickard.
No, and since Moses got by Rickard, he's opened up a bit of a gap there, and he is starting to close up now on Parsons. But there you go, a pair of Porsches, and they just love running that spot. Battle of the T4s here. Just as a little update, no need to go there. Brad Merys, Andrew Warner, 1, 2, and those two guys have got a 3-second gap to David Poole. But Warner keeping Brad Merys honest. Yeah, you said no need to go there, but it does look like Warner has closed that gap a little bit. They are rather close.
Yeah, that's.
While you're there, I will slide back and just keep my eye back here in the intense battle for the last points peg position. And Bjorn Heyman gets it all wrong. Sam Rolf's going to take over 16. Nicky Jordy is going to take over 17. So a little bit of changing of the guard back here as they slice and dice.
Looks like Brad and Andrew Warner are trying to pick up the pace, if that's even possible. As Andrew Warner closed that gap, and I think Brad has a little pep in his step now.
Just a little FYI, farther back we got Cuppet going around Bjorn Heyman right now.
Take a look at that as that gap.
Whoa, Trevor Snowden now and Cuppet side by side. Got some great racing at the back here, you know, no doubt about it. Just a little update again. Zach Hefner's now up to P9, chasing Sean Ricker, and Captain Kirk is holding 19. Got a ways to go to get by Dan Thorpe. Dan Thorpe doing a great job with that Corvette as well. So the Corvettes are doing pretty good this season, I think.
Yeah, no, I think this in particular has been seems like a good track for the vets. With Warner pulling P2 and 3 right now. Warner keeping up with Brad Merys, so really nobody able to run away with it this race, although those two guys in the front are a little bit ahead of David Poole.
You know, I don't think anybody can complain about this balanced pack this year.
No, it's been pretty neat. That's Kovas in the inside of John McIntyre. Makes that pass work. Bryant's trying to make his way around Sam Rolfe. The inside now is Jeremy Bryant. Makes that pass stick up. And 11th, looks like Kirkbride has closed the gap to Dan Thorpe. And has a nice straight here. Not quite close enough to attempt the pass yet, it looks like.
Well, he has set himself up nice on that corner, though.
Sure has.
Great entry and a much better exit there on that line than Dan took. So Kirkbride with the advantage there and making it work down the straightaway.
Yep. Up to 11th, and he's got quite a ways to go before he is...
yes. You know, but he's got a lot of clean track in front of him there. He's got 8-second gap between him and Jolicoeur, and that's nice clean track. A guy like Kirkbride can really, dig away at those that gap there and close that up.
Right. We expect Kirkbride really to be able to lap with Brad and Andrew Warner. Brad and Andrew Warner can turn 59.5, so that's a half-second faster, almost a half-second faster than Jolicoeur. If Kirkbride can do that in the clear air, and we say clear air, but actually, yes, I'm sorry, that's right. Yeah, so we'll see how fast it goes. At John McIntyre. Scopes makes a mistake there, is looking for P14.
We got some side-by-side, Trevor Snowden and Sam Rolfe. 18 and 19. Sam Rolfe in behind those guys, so there's a good battle going at the back and back. You know, this is what makes this league so much fun. You know, these guys are a little bit off the pace, you know, from the front runners, but they've got a similar pace to each other, and, you know, they got a good 4 or 5 car battle going on back there.
Johnny McIntyre thinks about the inside of, that's Kobus. Changes his mind. Can't really get alongside here.
Now, a little farther up in the front, just as an FYI, you know, it looks like the PMR team is closing up on Jesse Olsen, and Aaron Parsons is going to put the pressure on Jesse.
We've seen Parsons behind Jesse for a while now. I'm not, you know, we've seen typically we've seen PMR, they've pretty frequently been nose to tail with each other, but they seem to have trouble passing, which is unusual to say for Parsons, especially, and most two for that matter, but they don't seem to have a good straight line speed that they can use to get by people. And if you watch Kirkbride pass, some of these other guys have done a lot of passing already this race. The easiest way to pass is to go right by on the straights, so we'll see what Parsons can do here. He might be relying on Jesse Olsen making some kind of mistake, because you know, he doesn't seem to get much of a draft behind anybody. Although, yeah, he just needs to speed up on the straights.
Yeah, just as a little heads up there, Jeremy Bryant just got around Costa V, and now Jeremy is going to try and chase down Johnny McIntyre, who is now sitting in the points at P14. Parsons on the outside of Olsen on the inside. Oh boy, oh boy. That was close, but you know what? Just as you'd expect, Parsons, you know, held his line, you know, didn't get washed out, just held his line, gave Jesse enough room to recover. Could have squeezed him a bit more if he wanted to be aggressive, but good clean racing there.
Yeah, as you'd expect from those guys. So, I was looking at Kirkbride's lap time. Last lap was a 2 minute and 5 seconds. That's a tenth faster than Jolicoeur, but that's not going to get him there. So, we'll see. He's got about 7.5 seconds to go.
Well, Jolicoeur is definitely being a pest to the driver in front of him, Zach Hefner.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, hey Kenny, same thing happens here. His car doesn't even look like it's on the track. It looks like it's just floating around there, like a boat, like an old Cadillac, maybe just sailing around the track. But that's what happens when he's halfway around the world.
Oh, is that Parsons?
Yeah. Sometimes his car just looks like it's, you know, toy car or something. But that's okay.
He's around a little funny. To guess where he is 2/10 ahead of time.
12 out of 37 and 1-2. Brad Merys, Andrew Werner, David Poole.
So Olsen held on to P5.
Yeah, yes, he has indeed. And you know, Parsons with the extra 30 kilos. He's got his teammates sitting behind him with 0 kilos. Speculation. Does Moses' tires hold up a little longer because of the less weight, or is it factored into the program that way?
That's a good question.
But it does look like, Parsons is setting himself up for another run at Jesse Olsen.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Chris Moses will follow him right on through. That's 4 points right there. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. Another question is, how are these cars on fuel? Is Jesse Olsen's Ferrari, is it going to take more fuel at the stop than Parsons and Moses? Again, the old pit stop dread.
I think, well, fuel-wise, they all have more than enough capacity to go to halfway, and so that's what they'll be doing.
Absolutely, but does one car take more fuel than the other to go around, and does it need more at the pit stop? Going to take longer or shorter? Don't know.
So I think they're all the quick little, we'll see, pretty quick pit stops though, really fast.
I don't know. On Monday nights, I've had like a 3.5 minute pit stop, just getting wishbones changed and front ends changed and wings changed and body panels changed. Oh my God.
Parsons has closed that gap again. Towards the front where they're not racing and we're not paying attention to him. Brad Merys is still up there rocking the house. In fact, he's pulling out a little bit of gap from Andrew Warner. It's not more than a second though. I don't want to speak too soon. Andrew Warner keeping him honest up there. But they have kept the pace going and they're almost 6 seconds ahead of David Poole at this point. So that's pretty impressive. Run by the guys in front. John Levin's in 4th place. Jesse Olsen still in 5th place. Ahead of Parsons, who'd like to get by. That's the battle we're watching now. Chris Moses is behind Parsons, his teammate, so you won't see any battling between those two. You'll just see Parsons trying to get by Olsen here. Sean Ricker, Jesse Olsen's teammate, is behind PMR in 8th. Zach Hefner is hanging on to 9th. Ian Jolicoeur has not been able to get by Zach yet. Kevin Kirkbride is closing that gap to Ian Jolicoeur by a quarter of a second to half a second a lap, which is what he needs to do right now. So he's doing great so far. Working his way back forward. Al Merriman's in 12th after his little incident earlier. Dan Thorpe's in 13th. John McIntyre on the inside of Jeremy Bryant for 14th. Jeremy Bryant 15th. Jonathan Cuppett on the outside of Kobus. Kobus still in 17th. Trevor Snowden's in 18th. Mark Heyman is challenging that position. And Nicky Shorty is in the rear in 20th. Looks like Sergio Calderon's still spinning and Sam Rolfe just retired.
Well, that battle for 5th is still going on. There's some good battles going on out there, but boy, oh boy, Aaron Parsons all over the back of Jesse Olsen. It's just going to take one little slip, but Jesse's doing real well.
Jolicoeur thinks about the inside of Hefner there. Great battle between these two guys.
There is some good racing going on out there tonight. Just as an FYI, Jeremy Bryant is dogging all over Johnny Mack. Johnny Mack's doing a good job holding him off. Jolicoeur all over the back of Jack Hefner. Looks like he had a good run on him there, but couldn't take advantage of that. And Parsons all over the back of Olsen, but he's been all over the back of Olsen for quite a while now. And I don't think he's holding him up. It's just he doesn't take a real aggressive defensive line. He's actually hanging in with him.
Yeah, Parsons just hard to pass in that car. Same maybe true of the Audi, or maybe we do know that Glickenhaus has great straight line speed, not so great braking performance. Maybe that's part of it. Looks like Jesse Olsen has got himself a little more comfortable of a gap than it was a minute ago. It's half a second instead of, waiting for you to go through the hairpin kind of gap. So, yeah, it's interesting. Both these battles, Ian Zollicor gets close. We see these cars are fast in different parts of the track, so it's hard to tell when the gap is changing if it represents an actual gain in track position or not. As Ian looks on the inside, wow, that was close.
Well, Ian likes to drive real close, and just as an FYI, you don't have to go there. There's some real close racing, even though they're out of the points. 18, 19, and 20. Snowden, Heyman, and Chordia. Snowden and Heyman changing positions back and forth. Just a little FYI, a little shout out to those drivers back there. It looks like they're having a lot of fun.
Wide there, but maybe that was just a defensive move.
So, as you mentioned a little earlier, it looks like Brad Merys has opened up a bit of a gap, 1.5 second gap to Andrew Werner. But Werner and Poole in, what do they call themselves? 05, I think, 05 Motorsports. Doing real well right now in a 2-3 position. And, Lutton has been able to close the gap up to Poole. And poor old Jesse Olsen has had nothing but Porsche in his rearview mirror for 16 laps so far.
Yeah, absolutely right. 2 of them.
If he misses seeing one, he's definitely going to see another. All he's seen is Porsche all night. Boy, that Parsons sure is close to Olsen. And, that Zollicor is, hound dogging that Zach Hefner, too. So, Hef and Olsen both got their hands full tonight. They'll be sweaty.
I'm just kind of splitting my time between those 2 battles.
Yeah, just as a little update to the crowd there, a little farther back, we've got Jeremy Bryant has gotten by Johnny McIntyre. Bryant at 14th, McIntyre at 15th, and now Jonathan Cuppett is going to come up and try and push the envelope onto Johnny Mac.
That gap between Kevin Kirkbride and Ian Zollicor is down to 3.6 seconds, which means he is really actually improved more than a second last lap, so he is closing that gap and about to make his way past Ian Zollicor and, at this rate, his teammate.
Well, yeah, Ian with a 2-minute flat lap basically, and Kirkbride with a 1:59.4. He's almost a second and a half he has gained on Zollicor. So really, really pushing now.
Yeah, you can see him on the straight now. He's about to heat up really good. Certainly with 40 kilograms, Hefner will be trying to let Kirkbride by, but I'm not sure how does he do that without letting Ian by. Just as I say,
Ian's going to try. He has a look.
Likes to look on the inside right there, and almost was alongside him 2 laps ago. Oh, and these guys are coming up on pit stops, too. Don't forget about that at the end of lap 18 or 19. Will be pit time for these guys. Zollicor sometimes likes to pit early, not always. We've seen really good, really people seem to prefer to take the longer stint first and pit late. Pit on lap 19 is what I would expect, what I would do. So,
Okay, little FYI, Parsons has let Moses ahead of him. He might be getting a little sweaty there, so he's going to let Moses have a run at Olsen.
Yep. Team orders there. See what Moses can do here. Wait until that gap clears up. Meanwhile, we're going to drop back and keep an eye on Hefner, Jolicoeur, and
I did notice. I did notice though, Chris Moses could really break later than Parsons could, and he might be able to. I hate to use the word, but he might be able to stuff it in at some point where Parsons wasn't able to do that, and I just don't think it's in Parsons' DNA to stuff it in anywhere.
Well, right. It's harder. It's frankly
not anywhere.
It's harder to do with his latency as well. That's a big part of it. Being in Australia, part of the sim racing realities. So no, I'm glad that Parsons is not a stuff it in style guy, because I think we would see a lot of collisions. So it'll be interesting to see, because you're absolutely right. Moses will do some pretty aggressive moves.
For the time being, though, it's taken the pressure off of Jesse Olsen a little bit. It's given him a bit of breathing room. I mean, a second doesn't sound like much, but
it is.
It's nice to see that car a little smaller.
Right, yeah, absolutely. Gap between Kirkbride and Jolicoeur is 2.2. And the gap between Jolicoeur and Hefner is half a second.
All right, I'm just gonna, just to let you know, you don't have to go there. I'm gonna keep my eye on Brad to see when he is going to hit the pit. Everybody still on the lead lap.
Yeah, every single person who has not retired.
Incredible.
Yeah, great run by these guys. Okay, starting
looks like
19.
Brad's staying out for one more.
Yep. No surprise there. We'll see if anybody does go in. Wonder if Ian Jolicoeur wants to quit looking at the back of the Glickenhaus. Oh, somebody's turned around there. I guess that was Ricker.
And you are absolutely right. Ian Jolicoeur dives into the pits.
Yep. Yeah, he's done with that. And Kirkbride, nope, is that Kirkbride? That's Kirkbride. Kirkbride pits.
Kirkbride in.
So interesting. See, expecting these guys, I'm expecting these guys to come out at about the same time they came in, if their pit stops are the same length. We'll see about that. That was our battle for now. Moses has not yet closed the gap to Olsen. In fact, the gap's gotten
Jolicoeur rolling.
Yep. So there's Kirkbride rolling
and
as well.
Kirkbride's rolling behind him.
Yep. 1.2, 1.6, 1.8. Looks like he's still about 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds maybe behind Ian Jolicoeur. So lost just a second there. Yeah, pit times are about the same between cars, I think. That's what I was expecting. I believe if you've got a gas hog, it's probably that Glickenhaus, but I'm not sure about that. I picked up Cobus just as he was passing Trevor. No.
Yep.
No, Kirkbride. I wouldn't do that if I was you, Cobus. Kept giving him a little cold shoulder there. I'm not surprised.
Well, it was a little bit there. It says, hey, I'm on the track too.
Yeah.
And they're all on one stop. I got no beef here. They're all on one stop. But
no, you should because Kirkbride's ahead.
No, they're all on one stop.
Kirkbride's already stopped, Jack. Kirkbride's already stopped.
That's okay, but they're all on one stop strategy.
But they're on different strategies. Kirkbride had already stopped at that point. That's more of a...
Merys in. Olsen in. Parsons.
Yep, that's everybody.
Busy lane there. Merys is away. He's rolling. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Really interesting.
He rolls out behind Sergio. Attaboy, Sergio. Do you see that, guys? Oh, that left Brad with a very terrible first corner turn. But, hey, way to go, Sergio.
Oh, you just said they were on the same...
shout out there to Sergio Calderone.
Oh, okay, he's a lap down now, I guess. All right, where's Kirkbride end up?
Yeah, he got passed on the pit exit.
Kirkbride gets past Al Merriman and is still behind Jolicoeur. Jolicoeur's closed the gap to Hefner and is going to try and make that pass. He's got a better run there. Oh, wow, Hefner hanging on to the outside. So Jolicoeur takes ninth.
Yeah, and Jolicoeur was like Jiminy Cricket going through there, just like zippity-doo-dah and away I go.
Parsons is ahead of Moses again. I wonder what happened there.
So not much has changed up there.
No, up front everything's mostly the same. Dan Thorpe is not pitted yet, so he's up there in the mix.
Yeah, he's got you know, a little bit of a gap there, so it shouldn't be too much of a concern to David Poole. In straight line speed, they're both Corvettes. You know, they're going to be running similar, so shouldn't really be an issue. As Dan Thorpe heads into the pits. All right, Kenny, my Spanish isn't that good, but I'm practicing. I'm going to spend a month or two down in Central America this winter, so I'm just getting my Spanish tuned up. So, Jake, we finished the rotation. Brad Merys in 1, Warner in 2nd, Poole 3rd, Ludden in 4th, Jesse Olsen in 5th, Parson in 6th, Moses in 7th, which was a swap of positions. Jolicoeur in 8th, Hefner in 9th, and Kirkbride in 10th. Hefner giving her to Ian Jolicoeur.
Yeah, Ian got by, but Hefner is not making it easy. Excuse me.
And that's a great drive by Hef with 40K on board, eh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, incredible. I expected that when Ian was by, he was going to be making his way past, but it really looks like Hefner's able to stick to him. So I'm really interested, again, in when is Kevin Kirkbride going to catch these guys? He's still a little bit quicker. By a little bit, I mean, we'll have a second. Expecting half a second. That's 6 laps from now. Keep an eye on that gap. Where else do we have a battle? Yeah, Brad and Warner, they've got their gaps. They're safe. They seem to keep it on track. Looks like Hefner and Jolicoeur is the closest thing going on at the moment, although further back. Bjorn Heyman is pretty close to cup it.
Yeah. You know, Jeremy Bryant got around Johnny Mac for 15th, but Johnny Mac's trying to hang on there and doing a good job. He's only, you know, a couple seconds back of Jeremy Bryant. So everybody trying to keep each other honest, but they're getting a little spaced out at this point right now. Parsons back out in front of Moses, so there's a little bit of a change-a-roo going on there. but that's all teammate stuff. So
Yeah.
I guess Parsons is going to try. He's got a few seconds to make up though to get up back up to the tailpipe of Jesse Olsen, and we know that wasn't easy getting around. He couldn't get around Jesse Olsen earlier in the race, so it's going to be tough to improve on that. So one guy we haven't really mentioned is John Ludden, who's having a great run in the Audi, in P4.
Calderon there in the Porsches. Jolicoeur and Hefner made their way by our first lapped car here. Cuppet came in battling yet again. Cuppet on the inside here.
Yeah, the Italians and the Germans fighting it out there. Lamborghini and Audi. Cuppet using all that track, isn't he? Like one side, the other side, this side, that side. Holy Cuppet. Pick a line there, Jonathan. What do I know, though? But Zach Hefner. Push, 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 push on Ian Jolicoeur.
Yeah, he really is. And watch that gap. Kevin Kirkbride's closing it. 2.6 seconds right now.
This might be it for Hef. He had a way better exit off that last corner onto this straight.
He's got better straight line speed, that's for sure, even with the weight. And he's closing, he's closing, he's closing. He's thinking about the inside, thinks better of it.
Well, he just wasn't close enough to draft by him, and if he had taken that inside line, he would have had a really like a lousy exit off of that first corner. Whew! Wow. Boy, oh boy, he is putting the pressure on here.
Oh! That looked like a mistake, but it wasn't. Maybe it was as he runs wide there.
Well, as you were mentioning, you know, the brakes on the Glickenhaus aren't quite, you know, up to snuff.
No, they're not the same as some of these other cars.
Give the guy a couple extra pistons on the calipers and a bigger rotor, and we'll get some better performance out of that Glickenhaus.
Yeah.
Well, you know, our in-house driving instructor, Brad Merys, is led the way for 24 of the 37 laps so far, with Warner and Poole in second and third. And they're driving fairly comfortably right now. You know, they got a pretty comfortable drive going, and the battle really is going to be from 4 to 7 for these guys for the next 12 laps. But they're pretty spaced out there. So Hef and Jolicoeur are pretty much the action going on here. But as you mentioned earlier, Jake, you know, Kirkbride has closed up, and boy, if those two Glicks can get together, they might be able to get some draft off each other coming down some of these straightaways if they can work together.
You're probably not wrong about that. Kevin's got that gap down to 1.5 seconds. It was 2.5 seconds a lap ago, so yeah, he's really moving forward. Now, the fact of the matter is, Kirkbride can get up to Jolicoeur without Hefner's help, so I wonder if Hefner, I guess, should let him pass and then draft behind him at the point when Kirkbride is making that pass. So maybe that's what these guys try to do here. I'm almost certain that.
Well,
I feel like Hefner's not going to hold Kirkbride up at all. I just feel like that would be a mistake, even if he is as fast as Ian. Hefner clearly thinks he can get by Ian. I mean, clearly he could get by Ian as soon as Ian makes a mistake. But in about another lap or two, Kirkbride's going to be on, and we'll see what happens then.
well, just in lap times alone, I mean, he's got Kirkbride's got a half-second time on Jolicoeur, you know, whereas. You know, Hefner's got, you know, a little bit of, you know, speed on Jolicoeur, but he's going to need a little bit more to stay right behind him coming off these corners to take advantage on the straightaway. Because it does look like that Audi is pretty much of a beast as well on the straights.
Yeah, they're all looking pretty quick on these long straights here. Boy, I bet Al would like to close that gap and make that battle interesting. I would like to see that too. I'm not sure he's going to have the pace there. He's just as fast as Kirkbride on his fastest lap. We'll see about that. Well, now after that, after these three get together. Now, if anything goes wrong, Al's in a perfect spot to take advantage. A little further up, Parsons is really close to Moses. I wonder if another pass is about to happen here.
Yeah, I think team orders are coming in play here, and Chris Moses is going to take the charge.
These guys are just taking turns, trying to make their way past up to and then past Jesse Olsen, but it's not working for him at this moment.
And you know, right up at the front of the pack there, you know, Andrew Werner. You know, just a little shout out there, is doing a great job keeping Brad honest, because you know, that gap's been pretty steady at around a second and a half, and sometimes less. So good on you two guys. You're racing for the win tonight.
Yeah. Okay, that gap between Jolicoeur and Zach Hefner is a second. The gap between Hefner and his teammate is a second. So.
You know, and just a little update there, you know, as the Porsches, you know, in PMR there are trying to catch back up to Olsen. Jesse Olsen is now caught up to John Ludden for P4, and now is pushing John Ludden. So, you know, getting the pressure off Jesse looks like it's allowed him to, you know, put in some good, fast laps, you know, right around the, you know, two minute flat mark. So it's helped him close that gap there.
Zach Hefner looks like he's feeling the pressure from his teammate, and he's trying to close that gap again to Ian Jolicoeur.
Well, up front, Andrew Werner is now pushing for the win here, as he's given Brad Merys a look at a whole lot of American iron.
Lots of guys losing time as the battle between Hefner and Kirkbride, or should I say not battle, it looks like Hefner, excuse me, just let Kirkbride by. We'll see what Kirkbride can do against Ian Jolicoeur. Meanwhile, popping back up here to the battle for fourth. It's about a gap of about a second, 1.3 between Jolicoeur and Kirkbride. That is a bit closer.
Well, you might want to jump up to the race leaders as...
Absolutely right.
Whoa! Andrew Werner gets it all wrong on the last corner, and takes it off track and gives Brad Merys a little bit of breathing room. So, but he was right up there. I think he was trying to press for the draft there.
Big breath when you got the chance, Brad. Okay, so yeah, that's that. Let's see, we'll keep an eye on that gap, but it looks like Werner's looking quick. He's turned the fastest laps of the race. He's looking a little faster than Brad. But he can't make any mistakes like that. Take the lead. Hopping back to fourth here. Jesse Olsen. And Jesse Olsen is staying close to John Ludden here. We're just close that gap up to half a second, so the battle for first is still on.
Yeah, it is on. Werner all over the back of Brad Merys.
Got a really good exit there. Is it enough?
Just not close enough, I don't think.
Half a second gap there between those guys.
Incredible. 27 out of 37 laps. We don't have a runaway here. Our in-house driving instructor, Brad Merys, coming under the clutches of Andrew Werner of 05 Motorsport. So this is some great racing late, and these two have been very close all evening.
Yeah. Be right back, Jack. I'm going to leave you on this battle for first for the time being.
Well, and all right, we're here. Thursday Night GT Racing. Brad Merys in first, Andrew Werner in second. I'm just going to give you a little rundown. We won't be able to show you the cars. Poole in third, Ludden in fourth, Olsen in fifth, Moses in sixth, Parsons in seventh, Jolicoeur in eighth, Kirkbride in ninth, Hefner in 10th, Al Merriman in 11th, Sean Ricker in 12th, Dan Thorpe in 13th, Jeremy Bryan in 14th, Johnny McIntyre in 15th, Jonathan Cuppen in 16th, Bjorn Heyman in 17th, Cobus Davila in 18th, Snowden in 28th, Shorty in 20th, Snowden in 19th, and Sergio Calderon in 21st.
Right, starting to close that gap. Olsen closing the gap. Werner slightly closing the gap as well. So that was for first, fourth, and eighth are active.
Yeah, Jesse Olsen is, sort of got the pest off his back there. He's sort of left Moses and Parsons a few seconds back, and now is being a pest big time to John Ludden.
David Poole, still losing time to his teammate. The fastest guys on track.
Sergio pulled the plug. Yeah, Werner putting in some great laps, but it's definitely going to be a challenge to get by Brad. Brad's going to have to have a little bit of a driving error to allow Werner to get by.
Right.
But Ludden and Olsen, John Ludden having a great ride tonight.
Yeah.
So some great team points coming in. If Werner and Poole can just keep it clean for the rest of this race, great team points coming here.
Gap for first is stable, but man, Jesse Olsen really would like to get by John Ludden here, all over the back of him.
Yeah, and John's doing everything he can to hold that, keep that Ferrari behind him. I think it's going to happen.
I think you're right, as Jesse Olsen got a really good exit. John Ludden's in that Audi. We're talking about some of these cars seem to have a little better straight line speed. And Jesse Olsen doesn't seem to have any advantage there on the straight graph.
They are getting real close together, though.
There they are. Wow.
Okay, a little farther back, Kirkbride and Jolicoeur.
There you go.
On
Good
the
catch.
straight, Jolicoeur takes the inside.
Hefner's not close enough to take advantage of this move, but Kirkbride's also on the wrong side here. And soon to be the right side if he can stay. No. Not quite.
Boom! Ian closes the door, said, you left me just enough room to squeeze back in and take advantage of that next corner, and I'm going to do it.
Now we're watching Jesse Olsen again. Now Kirkbride really trying to make a move here.
There's a lot of great racing going on late here. But just as an FYI, you know, Brad Merys is still out in front. Andrew Warner pushing, but can't quite close that gap. Ludden and Olsen are fighting. And the Kirkbride and Jolicoeur duking it out late in the game.
Yeah. Been pretty interesting to watch.
It has indeed. Lots of great racing going on here tonight, front to back. And again, you know, very, very interesting. 31 out of 37 laps in the book, and guess what? Everybody is on the lead lap.
That's true.
I find that actually very pleasantly surprising, you know, to see everybody on the lead lap. That nobody likes blue flags. Nobody. So, where are you there, brother?
Well, I am watching that battle for fourth, which looks like closest right now. Kirkbride and Jolicoeur is pretty stable. Battle for first may or may not heat up. I'm watching that gap. But it's been 0.6.
Yeah, it's sort of a it's sort of a fluctuation there. You know, anywhere from you know 0.4 to 0.4 to 6. So it's tight. You know, both these guys are going to be tired at the end of it, but this is what they're out there for.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yeah, in that battle back there at fourth, you know, John Ludden's probably, you know, saying, oh, gee, you know, give me just a bit of a break here. You've been pushing me for the last 10 laps, and I'm getting really sweaty in this race suit. You know, that no-mix underwear is really sticky when it gets wet.
I hope he's not wearing a race suit. Alright, looks like Olsen's closing that gap again. That time of the lap. We'll see if you get really close in the braking zone for that turn.
Well, I think he's trying to tuck up here for the straightaway, and he's got to be like spot on to get in behind that Audi, because look at that Audi. He's just got so much speed down the straight.
Yep.
And you can see that even, you know, farther back with Ian Jolicoeur and Kevin Kirkbride. I mean, even though the Glick's got some great straight line speed, that Audi, he just can't pull it on the straightaway. So Audi has been the beast, and looks like the car for these fast tracks.
Yeah.
Now, Brad Merys is still out in front, 32 out of 37. Andrew Warner just can't quite close the gap.
Oh.
Got a pretty good gap going back to P3.
Right.
David Poole. But
Kirkbride on the inside of Jolicoeur there. He's going to be on the outside. But Jolicoeur forced to take a defensive line there. Oh, and Kirkbride gets that a little bit wrong. Still close.
Well, I don't think he got a little bit wrong. I think he had to go a little bit wrong to, to get off from Ian's right side passenger door there.
Yeah.
But two great drivers here. You know, Kirkbride having a really good drive after having like a pooched first lap there. Boy, he's had great recovery and got some great speed. So Kirkbride's teammate Zach Hefner has caught back to these guys.
Yeah.
You think they might switch it out and say, is Hef going to say, let me have a go at this guy?
No, Hefner's got more weight, and his fastest lap's significantly slower, so I don't think that's a good idea. It would be if they had the same amount of weight or anything, but they don't. Hefner did really well last race. He ran last race? Really did. No, maybe he got second. I don't remember. I think he already had some ballast. So, yeah. So I don't think they'll do that. But now Hefner did catch up right after that, where Kirkbride forced Jolicoeur to go defensive, and Jolicoeur was a little slow through that corner. So yeah, definitely slowing each other down at this point with moves like that. Not expecting Kirkbride to be able to challenge Moses for 7th, for example. He just doesn't have the pace to catch up with him this late in the race, although he is faster. I take that back.
Well, the leaders have kept their gap there. Brad Merys still in first and now he's opened it up a little bit, just under a second over Werner.
Yeah. So, finishes lap.
But that is quite the battle there.
Got 4 laps to go now.
Kirkbride having a look on the inside.
This move, but this time
I think he's going to stuff it in there.
Yep. There you go, and look at Hefner.
Wow, look at Ian. Ian's coming back on the inside, side by side. It's a drag race down the straightaway. Boy, oh boy.
Right through here is Ian's on the inside. On to the outside there. Inside here. Round him a little bit, little bump there.
Whoa!
And Ian hangs on to that spot for now.
Hangs on. Ian claws it back is what happens there. I mean, holy jumping. He's hanging on by his toenails.
Yeah. Hefner at this point going to be at risk from Al Merriman. So, Kirkbride, a little bit of a dive bomb there. Didn't work. Those brakes on the Glickenhaus aren't good enough to do that. So I don't know how he's going to get by. He can't get him in the straight. He can't get him in a turn.
Okay, those two Glickenhaus, Kirkbride and Hefner, they're running nose to tail. They got to be careful too. I hope they're communicating real well together.
Yeah, me too.
That's a battle going on as well, but a little farther up there, Jesse Olsen has now closed back up to John Ludden, which John had a little bit of a breather going on there now, but Olsen's got the bit in his teeth. You know, he's only got a few laps left to do it, so he's going to have to get up there and just like hang on to the back of that bumper if he wants to do something.
Right.
Great late race battles going on here. You know, 8, 9, 10, and 11.
Look at Al Merriman on the inside of Hefner. Thinks about it. Not quite. Hefner getting a little bit better of an exit there, maybe. No, not quite. Back up to the battle for fourth here, yep.
Yeah, it doesn't get much closer than Ludden and Olsen. You know, after 34 plus laps, you know, to be this close. And, you know, I'm still surprised we've only got one car that has gone down a lap. All the rest are on the lead lap. So, boy, great racing out there. Good job. Well done, boys.
Yeah.
I think Olsen's going to try and get this thing done here to take P4.
Right about that. As you say that though, John Ludden, that little more gap there, a little more comfortable. There's like 2 laps to go. Likewise back here in the battle for 8th and 10th.
Yep, Big Al Merriman chasing down Zach Hefner, and that Kirkbride-Joel Kerr battle still going on. So Al Merriman trying to put a last lap effort on to Zach Hefner. Oh, way in tight here. Looks like he's really going to try and push. Jesse Olsen, last lap heroics up against John Ludden. And it almost appears that Brad Merys and Andrew Warner have settled in and said 1's good, 2's good. And David Poole is saying 3's good for me too. We'll take 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Yep.
Great team effort there by, who is that? ITK Corvette tonight. So great team effort there. 05 Motorsports.
That gap, he's right up under the bumper of John Ludden here. And in the braking zone, John Ludden looks faster and into the exit. And I think that's, see how they look as they come over the hill. Olsen.
Now or never, Jesse.
They've got one more complete lap to go.
You know, he tried to take a little bit more of an inside line there, Jesse did on that corner, and I think that was the wrong move. Left just too big a gap there down the straight, not enough to grab the draft.
Further back, looked like Kirkbride was trying to get past Jolicoeur again.
Oh, Jolicoeur. If he got any closer, he'd be right on the guardrail.
Right on the outside. Okay. Okay. Kirkbride inside.
Advantage Kirkbride here. And he's whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, Ian. Oh, little tap, little tap. Oh my boy, oh boy.
Oh goodness. Advantage Ian there.
No advantage coming back, Kirkbride.
I hope so, but
Oh man, I have no idea how he made that stick in there.
oh wow.
They're going to crash out, these two. These two
It's
are
scary.
nutsy cuckoo.
Whoa. Whoa, big
There
bump.
they go, and
That was quite a
Hefner,
bomb there.
Hefner goes by. Oh, geez.
Whoa, no.
Oh,
Collisions everywhere,
go,
Hefner.
Go. Oh, man, Al got spun around.
Okay.
This is just
Uh,
unbelievable.
Okay. All right, that was something. Hefner ahead now.
Okay, so they've retained the same positions that they had, but Jesse Olsen,
Brad
Merys has won the
Yeah,
race.
he won the race. Jesse Olsen on the inside. Is he close enough? I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like he is. Wow, great racing by these guys. John Ludden, fourth place. What? Did Ludden run out of fuel? Ludden might have ran out of fuel there at the end. Parsons finished 6th. Chris Moses finished 7th. Dean Jolicoeur is going to hang on to 8th spot after that incident. Zach Hefner gets 9th. Kevin Kirkbride gets 10th. Al Merriman, after that spin, hangs on to 11th. That's Sean Ricker in 12th. Dan Thorpe will finish 13th. Jeremy Bryant will finish 14th. John McIntyre, I'm sure, will finish 15th. Pending fuel issues. Jonathan Cuppett will get the last point of the race, and then Kobus is our last finisher on the lead lap. Let's talk to Brad.
All right, let's get Brad Merys up into the booth.
Hey, Brad.
Brad Merys, do you copy?
Yo, what's going on?
Go! Gotta go! Got her done!
Whew. It's been a while, guys.
Hey.
It has been a while. It's been too long.
Well, you know what? Picture perfect. Start to finish.
Well, congrats to Andrew. I mean, holy cow. I mean, he had better pace, right? No question about it. So, just fortunate I had slightly better top end and didn't make a mistake. I mean, clearly, you know, a 1 second mistake and it's all over. I'm gonna, not take the win. So, big congrats to Andrew. Big congrats to my teammate. Big congrats to Snowden Studios finally notching that win.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, it was great to see, but Werner did keep you honest for pretty much the whole night.
You know, I made a pressure change, which did not work out terribly well, and then my pedals started to slip off of their very solid foundation. That was pretty, added a lot of consternation. I switched the tire pressures back and I had to get used to the car again, and it was kind of a mess, Jack, but thank God I was able to do just enough. But again, congrats to Andrew. It was a great race. He would have had a great opportunity to win if not for me having a bit of luck.
Well, I'm glad to see, no distraction from the new guys here, but it's good to see some of the old dogs back up on the podium. You know, we've got you in first, Werner in second, and Poole in third. So great race tonight, and your teammate had the action of the night later on. So we'll put you back down to your teammate, and you can talk to him. He's probably pretty excited right now, Brad.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you.
Wow.
Great. Yeah.
All right, I got one post-race question that's broadcast relevant. Let's see. We are going to move John Ludden up here and ask him one question. John Ludden, you're on the broadcast. Did you just run out of fuel?
I did as I crossed
Wow.
the finish line.
Wow.
Yeah, about the last 3 laps, I was trying to baby it and short shifting and stuff, and Jesse, I thought he was going to get me.
Did he or didn't he?
No, he
did.
It was close.
All right.
Well, looking on the scoreboard there, it might be. But, hey, great pressure, great race, John. Good to see you up there. And, boy, Olsen sure was bird dogging you for most of the race there.
That was a good race there in the middle. Or for fourth, actually. Sorry.
Yeah, I think he had pace on me, but I was just taking up the whole track. So.
All right, yeah, I was just curious. That was.
I noticed, but well used, good use of the track though, John, and great to see you up at the top of the with the race leaders tonight.
Yeah, I was surprised to see it say Olsen finished first. So we'll see what the final results say. That's interesting that we've got different things on our boards, but I guess I'm not surprised. Anyway, good racing. I'm going to send you back. All right, Jack, that was a good one.
I got to tell you, Jake, this Thursday night racing is very exciting. It's very competitive, and I got to thank all the drivers, and you especially. You've been a great host, and it's just been a thrill to be up here.
Yeah. No, it's been a good season, and we can't guarantee action like that every week, but actually we can come pretty close. It's been pretty exciting. Join Alan Brad Monday night for the open wheel broadcast, driving the 1991 Jordan F1 car, and Monday we will be actually I don't remember some cool track, and join us, me and Jack, next week 9 p.m. On Thursday as usual for the GT series. We'll update you on points at that time, but that race will have mixed it up a little bit, so we'll see who's coming out ahead at this point. Thanks for joining us.
And thanks to our viewers, and come back and see us again. Thanks a lot.